Hello everyone. In this session we are going to discuss one of the important concept called floating point representation. Here the concept is quite abstract. Anyhow, let me convince you. Remember, any floating point will be consisting of three parts. First thing is mantissa, second one base, third one is exponent. So it is one of the scientific notation of representing a number, and we can represent a floating point number in two forms. First one is that single point precision, or else I can say single precision floating point form, and second one is that double precision floating point form. Fine. So every floating point can be represented in two forms, that is single precision and double precision, whereas it consists of three parts: mantissa, base and exponent. I'll give you simple example. Suppose if I have a number, say 110 into 2 power of 7. So in this particular number we say 2 is a base and 7 is an exponent, whereas 110 is a mantissa. As I already told, any number which can be represented in a floating point form. So this number is called as mantissa, and this number is called as base, and 7 is called as exponent. Fine. So there are mainly two methods to represent a given floating point. It is single precision and double precision. So first let me explain single precision. It is just a basics. You just listen to me. If I explain one problem, then you will understand very well. Anyhow, before going to the problem, let me tell you the concept. Single precision format in the sense, any number, as I already told you in the previous session, machine number, that is a number which a computer system can understand, right? So single precision in the sense, as you are CS students, so no need to tell, you are familiar with bit, right? So total of single precision number consists of total of 32-bit representation. So when I said remember single precision, it is 32-bit representation. Similarly, when I said it is double precision, it is totally 64-bit representation. Anyhow, I'll come to that. And first let me explain single precision. So single precision in the sense, it is totally consisting of 32 bits. So among 32 bits, first bit will be representing a sign. I'll write here only. First bit will be representing sign, and remaining 8 bits will be representing exponent value, and remaining among 32 you will left with 23, right? So if you are going to add 23 plus 8 plus 1 bit, you will get 32 bits. So remaining 23 bits will represent mantissa. Fine. You just remember the concept. Anyhow, I'll explain the problem so that you will understand very well. Fine. In single precision format, remember there will be 32 bits. Among them, 1 bit will be for sign, and 8 bits will be for exponent, and 23 bits will be for mantissa. And a machine number in single precision format, will be of the form minus 1 power of s into 1 point f to the base 2 into 2 power of c minus 127. This is something like formula. You have to remember this. Anyhow, I'll tell you later. Or else we can write the same as minus 1 power of s into 1 plus, we say this as signification into 2 power of exponent minus base. Bias, we can say this is clear. So either we can use this one, or else we can use this, but generally what we are going to use is the first one. Fine. You just remember the concept. I will explain one problem so that you will understand very well. Similarly, as compared to single precision, I have already told you double precision will consisting of 64 bits. Fine. And the number will be of the form in double precision similar to that. First bit will be for sign. And remaining 11 bits will be for exponent. 11 bits for exponent. And remaining 52 bits will be for mantissa. You have to remember this concept. First bit for sign, 11 bits for exponent, 52 bits for mantissa. So in double precision there are totally 64 bits. And here the machine number in double precision format will be of the form minus 1 power of s into 1 point f base 2 into 2 power of c minus 1023. Clear? Or else I can write this as minus 1 power of s into 1 plus signification into 2 power of exponent minus bias. Anyhow, we are not going to bother about all these things. Just the thing is that, see, for single precision you have to take 32 bits. Among the 32 bits, first bit for sine and 8 bit for exponent and 23 bits for mantissa. Whereas in double precision you are going to consider 64 bits. Among them 1 bit is for sine, 11 bits are for exponent and 52 bits are for mantissa. And you have to remember that machine number. Fine. So minus 1 power of s into 1 point f base to 2 power of c minus 1023. You no need to remember full formula. At least you have to remember this one. 2 power of exponent's value. Fine. In single precision it is 2 power of c minus 123. In double precision it is 2 power of c minus 1023. Anyhow, I'll do one problem based on this. Both single and double precision. Then you will understand very well. Fine. So remember, in floating point representation, every number consists of 3 parts: mantissa, base and exponent. Fine. And here is the problem. Express 52.234375 in both single precision and double precision. So I am going to take the same number to express it in both single precision as well as double precision. First, let me explain single precision. So before going to the concept of precisions, you have to remember the concept of number system. So as you already done this in your other subjects, so binary numbers and decimal number system, hexadecimal and octal, you are familiar with that. Anyhow, I'll just explain whatever the needed things. Let me write hexadecimal. So when a number system is in hexadecimal, you are already familiar that for hexadecimal system, the numbers will be consist of 0 to 9 and A to F. Right? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, A, B, C, D, E, F. In the sense, after 9, 10 you have to take 10 instead of 10 you have to write A. So that will count as 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, I'm sorry, you cannot write 0. Why? Because 0 is also counting, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So totally you have 16 numbers. So it starts from 0 to 9 and ends with A to F. Clear? Now, you already familiar. So for 0, how you're going to remember this? I'll tell you just blind method to remember all these hexadecimal values for all these numbers. So first you write 8 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next you write 8 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next write 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next 2 zeros, 2 ones. 2 zeros, 2 ones. Fine. So next you write alternatively zeros ones. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Remember, for 0 you have to get all zeros. Clear? Now converting hexadecimal, any number in a decimal to hexadecimal is, in hexadecimal to binary is very easy. So if you have a number like 0 or else 1001, you can directly replace this with 9. Am I correct? Similarly, when you have a number like 1110, you can directly replace it with E. So you have to remember this. Further, if you have any number in decimal system, you can convert it into binary by dividing it with 2 and writing the reminders in this order. So anyhow, explain the same problem. I'll explain the same problem so that you will understand well. So, but right for instant, you have to remember this hexadecimal system. So 0 to 9, A to F, and the number format is this. Hexadecimal to binary, I can say. Clear? Now coming to the problem, I'll explain step by step. You just remember, and I'll send you the notes of this. Please don't write it in notes. I'll send you the PDF format of one problem. In the sense, I'll explain, I'll write all the steps for one problem, and I'm not going to write it for all the problems. I'll send you the notes of only one problem. You copy the problem to the notes. Afterwards, I'll explain all the problems, go through the steps I have given in the notes, and copy the same procedure for solving rest of the problems. Hope you understand. Fine. Now, coming to the problem, what is the given value for us? 52.234375. Right? So, which is in decimal number. Clear? Now, step 1. Step 1 is, we have to convert, I am going to write the steps for the first problem. We have to convert all the decimals to binary. So, let me convert a given number which is in 4375, which is in decimal. So, I am going to convert it into binary. So, when you are going to convert binary, you are already done with this. So, first you have to take the integer part. Here it is 52. So, divide it with 2. So, when you are going to divide it with 2, 2 2s are 4, 2 6 are 12. So, nothing is remainder. So, it is 0. Again, divide it with 2, 2 1s are 2, 2 3s are 6. Now, nothing is remainder. So, it is 0. Again, divide it with 2, 2 6 are 12. So, 1 is there. So, you have to write that remainder 1 here. Hope you understand. Next, 2 3s are 6. So, completely divide, 0 is remainder. Next, 2 1s are 2. 2 goes off, remaining is 1. So, you have to write that 1 here. Clear? So what I have done is, I have converted 52 in terms of binary, and I have to write, remember integer part, while writing integer part in terms of binary, you have to write in this direction. So, I have indicated it by arrow. So, let me write the number 52 in terms of binary. It will be 1 1 0 1 0 0. So, it is converted in terms of binary. Now, we left with the decimal number. So, first you write down the decimal number. Now, write down the given decimal number to our number in the given problem is, it is 0.234375. Right? We have to convert it in terms of decimal. So, integer part is converted to binary by dividing it with 2. Now, we have to convert the decimal part by multiplying it, as you already done this. So, let me do that. 0.234375 into 2. So, you have to multiply the given decimal with 2. So, when you are going to you multiply it with 2, you can make use of calculator. 0.234375 into 2. So, that will give us 0.46875. Fine. While writing the remainder, whatever the digit you have to the left side of the decimal point, you have to write this. So, you have to write this digit as 0. Now, multiply this digit with 2. 0.46875 into 2. So, when you are going to multiply it with 2, you will get 0.9375. Now, again write down this digit at the remainder place. Now, again you multiply it with 2. 9375 into 2. So, when you are going to multiply it with 2, again you will get 1.875. Clear? Now, the remainder place you have to write 1. Remember, in the first two cases you have the remainder place as 0. So, that is why I have written 0 here. But in the third case you have the remainder 1. So, I have to write that here. Now, just for the multiplication, you should not take 1. Instead, I have to take it as 0.875. Remember, here you have obtained 1, but you have to take 0.875, multiply it with 2. 0.875 multiplied with 2 will give us 1.75. Again, the remainder here is 1. Again, writing 0.75. You should not write 1 here. Again and again I am telling you. So, you have obtained 1.5. Again, the remainder in this place is 1. Next, 0.5 multiplied with 2. You will obtain a digit 1. Anyhow, there is no other decimal places to simplify further. So, whatever the number you have obtained, you just write it here, and there is nothing to simplify further. Why? Because we don't have any digit after the decimal place. Clear? Now, we can note the decimal point in terms of binary, and remember, while writing this, I have already told you have to write in this direction. But for the decimal, I have to write in this direction. In the sense, this number can be written as 0 0 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4, which is in binary. Now I'll combine these two so that I can write 52.234375 in decimal as 52 in terms of binary is 110100 point. This number in binary is 0041, which is in binary. Clear? So now coming for the step 2. Step 2 is we have to normalize the given number. Fine. Normalize the number. Step 1, we have converted the given number into decimal. So we have to convert it into normalized form. First, let me write down the equivalent decimal into a binary form. So which we have obtained in a previous case, 110.100.0041. Fine. So to normalize the number, we have to shift the decimal point to right side. Fine. In the sense, you have to leave one place here and you're going to shift this point here. So how many digits you are going to shift? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 digit I have shifted. Keep this point here. You write down the 5 digit as it is and rest of the digits followed by that. So into 2 power of 5. Why? Because I have shifted the decimal by 5 digits to right side. So I have written 2 power of 5. Now, it is very important concept. This first bit represents sign. So as I already told you, first bit represents sign. Now look at the given problem. It is plus, right? If nothing is mentioned, so it is plus 52.234375. So when a positive sign is there, you have to take the first digit as 0. Even though the number here you have is 1, since the given problem is positive value to us. Am I correct? 52.234375 is positive value. So if even though the first digit is 1, you have to make it as 0 for the sign bit. Clear? Suppose if you have negative sign, you are going to write this one as it is. Am I clear? I am repeating once again. This is the sign bit. So if you are going to shift the decimal, you just write the remaining bits as it is and write it how many numbers you have shifted. Fine. For the first digit, anyhow you have 1 here, but you should not write 1 here. Why? Because in the given problem you have positive sign. So when you have positive sign, you have to write it as 0, first digit. If you have negative sign, you have to write it as 1. So we have obtained the normalized form of a given number. And now you can clearly understand the concept of normalization number is. So first bit is with reference to sign and rest of the digit will represent mantissa. Fine. And this is the value of exponent and this is the value of base. So this is what the normalized form of a given number is. Clear? Next is step 3. Step 3 is we have to write the single precision format. So at the beginning of this session, I have told you the single precision format formula. Here it is, right? So let me write down minus 1 power of s machine number in the single precision format is into 2 power of c minus 127. So this is the formula for single precision floating point number. I have written that. Clear? Now, what we have to go do is, let me take this as equation 1 and let me take this as equation 2. Now compare equation 1 and 2. I mean powers of what we say exponentials are powers of 2. We can equate by 1 and 2. I can write c minus 127 is equal to 5. Fine. So let me simplify. You will get 127 plus 5, 132. Now this 132 is in terms of decimal. Now we have to convert that in terms of binary as we done in the previous case. So we have to divide it with 2. 2 6 2 6. So left with 0. Again divide it with 2. 2 3. Again you get 0. Again divide it with 2. 2 1 6. 1 you are going to get. Again 2 8 16. So remaining 0. Again 2 4 8. Remaining 0. Again 2 2 4. Remaining 0. Again 2 1 2. Here also you have to write 0. So this is the main mistake you are going to do. After dividing it with 1, 2, you are going to get 1, 2 1 2. So remaining you have to write. Clear? Now as I already told you, you have to list in this order. So this number is equivalent to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros, 1, 00. So which is in binary. Clear? We have written it in binary form. Again normalizing form, that is in a scientific method, that is sign, mantissa, base. So we have converted it into single precision method. Fine. Now step 4. And you can note that the beginning itself I have told you, in a single precision exponent should be of 8-bit. If you want, you can check that this exponent will consist of 8-bit. This is reference to exponent. Why? Because we have equated the exponential values here. So here you should have 8 bits in terms of single precision. So if you want, you can cross check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 8 bits you have obtained. Next is So step 4 is writing it in single precision format. This is the last step. Now we have already obtained exponential value in terms of binary. As I already explained in the beginning of the session, what is the given value to us? 52.34375, which is in decimal. Now, as per the single precision format, you have to go through the beginning of this video. It is 1 bit, right? It is reference to with reference to sign. Next, followed by 8 bit, it reference to exponential. This is of 23 bits. It is with reference to Montesa. So clearly I have told you that total should be of 32 bit for single precision. Now for filling first bit, this is by bit confusing. You have to listen carefully. Standard format we are going to arrange. I am repeating once again. See here, you have to represent it in a single precision form. So it is the last step. For the first bit, it is sign. So look at this step. In the second step, we have done it. So for the sign, what is the digit we have here? It is 0. So you have to write this digit, whatever you have obtained in the equation 1. So you have to write that digit here, 0. Clear? This 8 bit is with reference to exponential. So whatever the exponential value we have obtained in binary number, you have to write this. 4 zeros, 1 00. Now it is 23 bit is for Montesa. So I have already told you this value is called as Montesa. So entire value you have to fill. See here, 1 0 1 followed by 4 zeros followed by 4 ones. Clear? Now if you count these numbers, digits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 digits you are going to get. But what we need is we have to get up to 23 bits here. So remaining, only I have 11 bits. Remaining how many bits you have? So 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. So 12 bits you have to fill. So remaining 12 bits you have to fill it with 0. Why? Because we have only for 11 places. 12 plus 0. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 bits. So remaining 12 bits is 0. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Clear? So in this box totally you should have 23 bits. In this box you should have 8 bits. It is for sign bit. Now what I am going to do is, in the last step I am going to combine all these together so that I can write 0, 1, 2, 4 zeros, 1 followed by 2 zeros, 1 0, 1 followed by 4 zeros, 1 2 3 4 zeros, and again 4 ones, 1 2 3 4 ones, followed by 12 zeros, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 zeros. Clear? Now you have obtained the numbers in binary form. At last you have to convert it in terms of hexadecimal, equivalent hexadecimal. So binary to hexadecimal you have to do. For that you have to group the numbers in this format. I mean start from right to left. So 4 numbers you are going to group. See here, first group, second group, 4 digit, again this 4 digit, again this 4, again this 4, again this 4, again this 4. Now at the beginning itself I have told you the concept of hexadecimal number. So you have to remember the method to write the hexadecimal number. So here you have a hexadecimal number system. So this is I have explained at the beginning itself. See here, 0 1 0 0. 0 1 0 0, where you have 0 1 0 0, 1 0 0, it is for 4. So you have to write this digit as 4. Next 0 0 1 0, 0 0 1 0, 0 0 1 0 is for 2. So this digit is also finished. Next is 0 1 0 1, 0 1 0 1, it is for 5. It is finished. Next all the zeros is for 0. Again all ones is for F. And again 1 2 3 zeros, 1 2 3 zeros. Clear? The only thing is you have to understand the concept well. So this number we have obtained it in terms of hexadecimal, which is in single precision format. I'll just revise the problem once again. See here, I have done only the single precision. First step, you have to convert the given number into its equivalent binary number, converting integer part and writing the remainder here, and you have to list the element in this order. Next, taking the decimal point of a given number with multiplying it with 2 and writing the remainder here, list in this direction. But remember, you are going to take the remainder in this place as here, but while multiplying, you're not going to consider 1 year. Instead, you're going to take 0.875 on 0.75. Clear? And the procedure is same. So you're converted the decimal into binary number. Step 2 is normalizing the number. Normalization involves shifting the point to right side by so that you have to take care of sign in a given problem, since the given problem has positive sign. So if that was the case, even though 1 is there in this place, you have to write it as 0. Remember, I'm repeating once again, if you have positive sign, even though if you have 1 year, you can make it as 0. If you have negative sign, you can rewrite 1 as it is. Fine. Now whatever the numbers you have, you can write together with the exponential value. Why? Because I have shifted the point by 5 digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fine. So this is with reference to sign, and this value is called as Montesa, and this is base, and this is exponential. Third step, single precision format. I have written the formula for single precision. Now comparing equation 1 and 2, powers of 1 and 2, I can say exponential. So or else this I can say exponential. I am equating exponent part, right? So let me equate exponent part. You will get C value as 132. Now so 132 is in decimal form. So I am converting that into binary digit. So I have obtained equivalent binary digit. Now you have to write, and remember, in a single precision, in exponent value should consist of 8 bits. For cross checking, you count this digit, you will get 8 digits. Fine. Standard form of single precision is first bit 8 bit 23 bits. First bit is for sign bit. So first whatever you have the digit in step 2, you are going to write that same. Next, followed by exponential you will be getting in step 3, so you write down the exponential. Next is Montesa. So after the point, whatever the values you have obtained, that will be Montesa. And remember, for last place, in the last box, you have to fill the 23 bits, but here you have only 11 bits. So for the rest of the places, I have filled it with 0. In the last step, what I have done is I have written all these things together, and I have to convert it in terms of equivalent hexadecimal. For that, I have listed the elements. I have made the elements as 4 numbers group, right, starting with the right side and moving to left side, and converted equivalent binary number to hexadecimal system. So this is the representation of single precision point form of a given number. Now let me convert the given number in terms of double precision. Clear? Now I'll convert the same problem in terms of double precision. Fine. Remember, for double precision, first 2 steps are same. Step 1 is convert. So as we done in the first problem, see here, first step is converting decimal to binary. So convert decimal to binary. So anyhow, we have already done this. So I'm going to write it directly. If they have asked you to find only double precision, again you have to repeat all these steps. Anyhow, we have already done. So I'll rewrite this here. 52.234375 in terms of decimal will be 110100.0041 in terms of binary. Clear? And second step is also same. Step 2 is what? Normalization. Normalize the number. So in the sense, moving the decimal digit. So that is also we have done in the previous one. So normalizing, after normalizing what you have obtained, I'll just rewrite the same. See here, 52.234375 to the base 10 is normalized to 0.101 zeros followed by 4 ones, which is into 2 power of 5. See here what I have done in the previous step. I have copied the same. Remember, I am telling you again and again, for normalizing step, you have to maintain the first decimal point based on the sign. Since in the given problem it is plus, so when you're going to shift the decimal point 5 digit, you will have 1 here. But instead I am writing 0. Why? Because we have plus sign. Suppose if you have minus sign, I'm going to write it as 1. So normalization is finished. Now step 3, as per the first problem, what we have done in step 3 is single precision. So now we are going to write the double precision. So double precision format. So write down the formula. Just now I have explained in the session, beginning of the session. It is given by 1.f2 into 2 power of c minus 1023. So this is the formula for double precision. Now let me take this as 1, this as 2. Use the same procedure. Compare the exponentials here. C minus 1023 will be equal to 5. So C will be 1028 after shifting and simplifying. Now this is in decimal. I have to convert it into equivalent binary. So let me do that. 1028 in terms of binary. So 5 times 4. Again on dividing you will get 0. 2 5s, so it is again 0. Again when you divide you will get 128. Remainder will be 1. Again dividing with 2 you will get 64. Again remainder is 0. Again dividing with 2 you will get 32. Remainder will be 0. Again divide with 2 you will get 2 1s 2 6s. Remainder is 0. 2 8s 16. Remainder is 0. 2 4s 8. Remainder is 0. 2 2s 4. Remainder is 0. The mistake you are going to do is here. 2 1s are 2. Remainder you have to write. Now you have to write in this direction as I already told you. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 zeros. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 zeros. 1 followed by 2 zeros in binary. And make sure that at the beginning itself I have told you in the representation of a floating point in a double precision, first bit will be, I'll just write here. So first bit will be sign bit, and the next 11 bit will be exponent, and remaining 52 bits will be for a mantissa. So this is what the standard representation of a double precision floating point is. Now let me write what we have obtained is binary number of exponential form, right? So step 3 we have completed. See, that is what I have done in the single precision also. In step 4 we have converted it to single precision format, that is in the standard format we have to write. Now let me do that. Step 4 double precision format. I'll send you the notes. You just copy, you just understand this concept. So in a double precision format, what we have is 52.234375 to the base 10. So we have to write it in terms of double precision, right? So as per the double precision, for your understanding, I'll write in depth. So first bit will be sign bit. Rest of the 11 bit will be exponent. So remember, 11 bit will be exponent and you will get the solution in step 3. If you want, you can count. You will get 11 digit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you'll be getting 11 digit. You fill this in second place. So 1 followed by 7 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros followed by 100. Now sign bit is this one. In the step 2, first digit will reference to sign bit. Fine. So this is exponent bit. You just fill this here. Next followed by mantissa will be after the decimal point, whatever you have the number in the right side of the decimal, that will be mantissa. First you write down that mantissa, whatever you have. 4 zeros followed by 4 ones. Fine. So as per the standard representation, this is 1 bit, this is 11 bit, and this should be of 52 bits, right? But you count this number of bits you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Only 10 digits I have. Let me count once again. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros I have. So I have left 1 zero here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 bits I have. Now remaining is 52 minus 11 will give us 41. So remaining 41 places I have to fill with 0. Meaning is that in this box you should have 11 digits. In this box you should have 52 digits. That is what the 52 bit meaning is. Now count and remaining places you fill it with 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52. So you have totally 52 bits in this box. So remaining 41 zeros I have replaced it with zeros. In the sense, in this box I should have 52 bits, but I have only 11 bits. Remaining 41 places I have filled it with zeros. Now at the last step, what I'm going to do is I'll write all these numbers together. 0, 1 followed by 7 zeros, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zeros, 1 followed by 2 zeros, 1 0, 1, 4 zeros followed by 4 ones. Next 41 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. Fine. Now, as we done in the single precision, we have to convert it into hexadecimal. Right from this position, you just group 4 numbers. So 4, 4, 4, again these 4, again these 4, again these 4, these 4, these 4 digits, again these 4, again these 4, again these 4, again these 4, 4, 4, remaining 4. Now look at the hexadecimal number system. That is what I have explained just now. So what we have is 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0, right? 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 is for 4. So write down 4 here. Next, all 4 zeros is for 0. Next, 0 1 0 0. Again 0 1 0 0 is for 4. Clear? Next, first 4 bits completed. Next, what we have is 1 0 1 0. 1 0 1 0, where we have 1 0 1 0 is for A. So I have done this. Next, 0 0 1. 0 0 1 is for 1. So this is also completed. Next, 1 1 0. 1 1 0 is for E. This is also completed. Next, how many zeros we have? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 pair of zeros. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 pair of zeros, which is in hexadecimal. Clear? I am repeating once again. For double precision, first 2 steps are same as we done in single precision. First, convert it into binary. Next, as per normalization form, which is also done in previous case. So remember, this is sign bit. Since you have a positive sign here, so you have to write 0. When you have negative sign, you have to write it as 1. Now double precision format formula you write down. Now compare these two and equate the powers. So you will get it in decimal number. Convert it into equivalent binary number and represent in the decimal point, double precision floating form. So in double precision, first will be sign bit. So here you have. Second will be exponent. So this is 11 bit for exponent. Remaining is Montesa. So this part is called Montesa, but you have only for 11 places. Remaining 41 places you have to fill it with 0. In the last step, combine all those things and group from right to left 4 digits. So convert it into equivalent hexadecimal number. So this is the standard format of double precision floating point for a given number. Hope so it is clear. Thank you. Continue in the next session.